Poor kids can be just as smart, work just as hard, but they don't have the network, so they don't get the same outcomes. And people look at this and say, well, education is the great equalizer. But it's not. It's actually a mechanism that reinforces inequality because it pretends to be fair while actually favoring those who already have advantages. Okay? So what's the difference? Okay, so now let's look at parenting strategies between rich and poor. Okay, so there are lots of differences, but let's focus on 3 major differences. The first major difference is that rich parents speak to their kids more than poor parents. Okay? High vocabulary, low vocabulary. When rich parents speak to the kids, rich parents will use higher vocabulary, longer sentences. Poor parents will just be no, yes, go away. Okay? Another major difference is in attitude. Okay, so rich parents use a friendly attitude and poor parents use an authoritarian or command attitude. So for example, if you are a rich kid and you go and touch a stove, okay, and you burn your hand, the rich parent will say, listen, you made a mistake, don't worry about it, let me explain to you why touching a fire is bad for you because you'll burn yourself and you might have to go to the doctor and we will feel pain if you hurt yourself, okay? So the rich parent will spend a lot of time explaining to the child why this is wrong and how not to do it again. The poor parent is like, don't you ever do that again or I'll beat the crap out of you, okay? Don't do that. Pretty simple, okay? But as you can understand, the rich kid will understand that the world is safe and that he is respected in this world, okay? Whereas the poor child will think that the world is scary and he or she must be afraid of adults. And this carries on into school, right? Because as a rich kid, you go into school and you think that, oh, my teacher is my friend. So you smile at the teacher and you hug the teacher and the teacher smiles back and now you're friends, right? But if you're a poor kid and you see the teacher, you're afraid to look at the teacher, you don't smile, you are stressed, okay? And the teacher thinks that you might be a problem child. So the problem with this is that, yes, being a third parent, it is effective, but it creates stress in the family, okay? It makes the child feel unsafe. And this leads to the third major difference between rich parents and poor parents. Rich parents offer stability, okay? Poor parents can only offer volatility. This is a very simple idea. Rich parents have money so they can afford to keep promises. So I'm rich parent. I say to my child, okay, next week we'll go to Thailand for vacation. Guess what? Next week you guys go to Thailand for vacation. But if you are a poor parent, money is always an issue. So it's hard for you to keep promises, right? So it's like next week we'll go to McDonald's for lunch, but your paycheck is not enough. So you're like, sorry, we can't go anymore, okay? And now because of these different parenting styles, we understand why rich kids behave different from poor kids, right? So let's look at the idea of self-control, right? Self-control.